Welcome to Two Cents. This is Brandon.
And this is Armand. What's up, you guys?
And we are back in November like a Scorpio. So we got two very special guests, and I'm going to introduce these brothers and let them introduce themselves. To my right, we got the mayor of North Philly, my man Sir Jackson, Daniel Jackson. And my mellows, Stephen Owens. So
how you doing, everybody?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Dan, you wanna
Nothing, chilling, God. Peace to the God.
There you go.
Dan, you wanna give the people a little introduction of yourself?
I'm in my 30s. It's 80s baby. I work with the kids. I teach tennis and I work with the kids again. So I have a close bond with the kids, and I'm enjoying life, trying to live life the regular way and try to stay out the way, be positive. So that's about it.
Hey, Steve, what about you?
Man, my name's Steve. 30 years old. Working construction project management for a minority-owned business in the city of Philadelphia. I'm married. I got a 10-month-old son, and I'm living life.
Nice. Well, we'll go right into our first topic, and which is marijuana and the legalization of marijuana. Currently, we have 13 states that allow the use of marijuana. And at the current time, we also have 6 states that are pushing for that as well. So we'll just go down the line, and we'll get you guys' opinions. Are you guys for, are you pro or are you con for the legalization of marijuana? You want to start, Dan? I go. I guess for me, I'm pro. Like I'm pro for the legalization of marijuana. I just think that as a society, I can understand how it's scary, to a lot of people to have marijuana legal. But to me, it's like a win-win, because the economy makes more money. Uncle Sam gets dough, and people are going to use it regardless. So, I have coworkers. Steve, you have coworkers. Armand, you got coworkers. Dan, you got coworkers. Like, I would say a good 40% of them probably use marijuana, but they're doing it in creative ways that don't land them in prison. So I'm pro. Like, I really was trying to find. I really was trying to like be subjective and try to find reasons why I wouldn't do it, but I really couldn't find any. So. Legalize the weed. That's my stance. What about y'all, Armand or Steve? Y'all there?
I'm here.
Yeah. What about y'all?
My stance is more so that I look at it from if a state want to legalize it, that's fine with me. I think it should be up to the state. I don't think it should go to the federal government, where the federal government say, oh, it's legal everywhere or it's illegal. I think they should just be indifferent. I think they shouldn't even be involved in nothing petty like that. Like, what's good for Colorado is good for Colorado, but people in Vermont might not want that. So I think it just should be dependent on the state. My opinion, I don't care. If they pass it in Philadelphia, I guess that's good. If they don't, that'd still be fine. So I will always leave it up to the states that people live in, leave it up to the voters. Let them decide what they want to be legalized or illegal in their particular state.
Yeah, and I think that I think it's a profit, but control at the same time. So I guess we probably wouldn't see the states getting, can't even talk, legislation like that. But who knows? You know what I mean? But Steve, what do you want to weigh in on that? Is Steve with us? Steve, you there? I guess not.
Well,
I'm not sure, but I also believe that a lot of times, I don't like the drug laws. That first of all, this brings a lot of attention to the drug laws. Where when I was at Temple, man, marijuana was like checking a book out on campus, and everybody knew it, but it wasn't offensive to nobody on campus. It just would have knew where to go to get weed. I didn't even smoke weed, but I knew where to get it from on campus. And it was like, now, none of those kids are in jail. Those kids probably got like good jobs, working in society, doing well, buying houses and stuff, but they all smoke weed, girls and guys. And so, but when you go like a couple blocks down the street from Temple University, those people are getting locked up. Those young kids are getting locked up and in North Carolina, rate is crazy. So it's like, what's the difference between a kid that's in class that's smoking weed when you go home and a kid that's just not in school smoking weed? Why is he being, apprehended at a higher rate than the other students that's just doing it recreationally also? So it's like a lot of things that go into that. So I think legalizing it will help alleviate, the school, prison pipeline of kids that actually not be able to get jobs because they actually got caught smoking weed when they were younger. Like President Obama smoked weed.
Right.
Bill Clinton admitted to it. George Bush. So I was like, come on. But if they lived in North Philly, they would have never been president. So he did that Yale was a different story. You know what I'm saying? So.
And like if you breaking it down to the smallest fraction, like it's a plant. I think our ancestors are probably like, if they would be around, they probably would be laughing at us. You know what I'm saying? Like these people can't figure out what you know what I mean? Like they were using cocoa leaves and mint leaves and all types of medicinal practices that was just commonplace before we touched ground. So
I don't know how you can legalize Ritalin, but not like a marijuana cookie.
Right.
Ritalin. You know what I mean?
Right. That does a whole lot more harm.
You saw when we was working together, when we saw that one of the little boys that got on Ritalin. Remember, we was working in Willow Grove, and we saw that how he was before and how he was afterwards.
Right.
And it was like afterwards, when he took the medicine, he didn't say a word. He just kept his head down. He didn't do it. He didn't go to sleep. He just kept his head down. He didn't talk. I was like, this kid is like drugged up. Like, that's a problem.
Right. And they're giving it to kids, but you ban weed or legalize. Make weed illegal. I'm for legalizing weed. For several reasons. I had to think about it. That's why I let y'all go first, because I had to think about it, and it's serious because you have cigarettes that's legal, and that's the number one lead in death, cancer, and it's serious. Alcohol is legal. That's known to eat up your liver and kill you over time, but when I went to the doctors like last week, and I asked the doctor about smoke, because I had a debate with one of my friends about weed smoke, and she said that weed smoke causes cancer. Smoke causes cancer.
Smoke in general.
Smoke in general causes cancer. So I asked the doctor. The doctor said no, smoke doesn't cause cancer. The things the ingredients inside of cigarettes causes cancer. So I said, marijuana smoke doesn't cause cancer. He said it hasn't been tested where cancer comes from marijuana smoke, inhaling smoke from marijuana. So I said, wow. So, it's not really that many problems with smoking marijuana. It's not really that many. Let's talk about decreasing sperm count. But you increase the sperm count every 24 hours. So decreasing sperm count doesn't really matter. It's not really that many side effects. They say brain cells eats up brain cells. It makes you think a little slower. That's about it. But you compared to cigarettes and alcohol and Ritalin.
Yes, no.
Ritalin makes you look like a zombie and act like a zombie.
Right.
I seen kids on Ritalin, and like you said, they put their head down, non-responsive. They can't respond to you. They looking like the drooling, Right. So Ritalin is not a good, and that's given to the kids to be functional in school
on a daily.
So marijuana, and actually, to be honest with you, if you did if you do the research, marijuana, legalizing marijuana, it has brought up the economy. That's like a 3-point-something billion dollar industry. I said not millions, billion. So and it's going, and if the state jump on it, it's going to the schools. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And our schools need that extra little bit of money.
Right. I was looking at it like from a money aspect and also like a simplicity aspect. You know, it makes more money for this country.
Yeah.
You know, of course it's going to be a little diluted because once the state has it, it's not going to be as, you know, powerful as it once was.
No, it'll probably be as powerful, but it probably you have to question where is it coming from.
True.
Because, you know, they may not just get it from, you don't know where they're getting it from. Just like you don't know where they're getting it from now, but we can speculate, oh, they're getting it from Mexico.
Yeah.
Or it's homegrown.
Yeah.
With the government,
That's true. They could be adding some other stuff in it.
Add some other stuff in it that have you doing other crazy stuff, and it's like, oh, we got out a bad batch.
Right.
So, you know, it's kind of like...
They may try to put a little Ritalin in it.
You see what I'm saying? And then
so it's not pure. It's not pure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's my only problem with legalizing it, because now you take a lot of people off the corner, but we don't know where this stuff coming from. We don't know what you putting in this stuff, and you selling it on a corner in the corner stores.
Right.
I think that the government shouldn't sell it. I think they should just get away from it, from making it illegal. Like, you know,
but they're not going to do that.
Private organization, like a private organization can sell it, but they can't sell it without it being tested. But the government shouldn't officially have no department that sells marijuana. It should be just like, all right, well, as long as it's not bad marijuana with too much THC or it's laced, it'd be illegal to sell laced stuff and all that stuff. But if it's just regular stuff like medicinal marijuana, like you do in Colorado, I wouldn't have a problem with that. As long as it isn't laced with a lot of, you know, other nonsense in it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I wouldn't have a problem with that either. Marijuana, I'll be honest with you. When I was on construction, I 90% of the people that did construction with me was on some type of drug, and the majority of them was on marijuana, and not only construction, at restaurants. No mean to dime out anybody or snitch on anybody, but you know, this is a known fact. If you don't have to take a piss test for your job, most likely 90% of the people are using marijuana. Don't mean to tell on anybody, but it's okay. It's okay because I don't find no offense in using it. And, you know, I'm not here to judge anybody, but yeah, it's and if you can get like, I have a problem with cocaine and crack. You can't function off of crack. Why? Like, marijuana is a harmful drug. It doesn't even do anything to you except impair your judgment while you're driving a motor vehicle.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, health risk. I would say probably because you're smoking something. And, you know, anything you're smoking is not good for you. Yeah. But you know, that's minimal. But yeah, we'll slide into a second topic, which is pretty much the meat and potatoes of this episode. But so not too long ago, the Spring Valley High School incident happened about a week ago, and Armand, you actually called me on this one. I saw it on my Twitter line, you know, blowing up, but you actually called me and made me like go check it out. And the security guard kind of like, you know, was pretty rough with the young student. But that leads us to our question: what is the state of our public schools? And you know, we wanted to do a roundtable discussion, and we'll give our problems and what we think the problem is, and then we'll give a solution. So I'll start. To me, my problem is kind of like, it's pretty simple. You know, you guys have heard the debate with nature versus nurture. And to me, my problem is, this is a case where school systems are just done. Like, public school is over with. I'm going to say like 2010, it was kind of like, all right, you know, it's getting bad, but with hope, you know, stuff get changed. But I think at this point, it's over. I think 2 years, and I have no evidence, fellas. I'm just judging from what